Welcome everybody, I am EonShiKeno. Today we're going to look at game number 2 from Zotac Cup Tournament number 48. It's going to be a ZVP. Down here on the bottom side of the map is going to be the winner from the game. I just commentated the first game. It's going to be xSixSleep. And he is in the red, his opponent is in the blue. And it's going to be the Protoss player ZeNEXmentalist. So, we're here on Cloud Kingdom, another one of the fairly new maps to the ladder. A map I say I enjoy quite a bit whenever I was playing Zerg on this map. So, I had a lot of fun on this map with Zerg. But anyways, all that aside, fun map, I enjoy it. Last map, of course, Sleep just kind of had control the entire game with just that really fun and interesting style. He eventually just got to so many Mutalisks that the Protoss players kind of like, well, I mean, what do I do now? So Mentalist seems like he's going to go for a Forge Fast Expand. What is Sleep going to do this game? Maybe change it up. I don't know. Time will tell. Now this is one map where usually when I take a third, sometimes as a Zerg, you're like, alright, I'm comfortable with this third. It's like in a decent location. But this map, I don't really like the third out here. This is like a, I don't know, I kind of have an uneasy feeling about it. I don't know what it is. It's just this map gives me the, don't feel right whenever I take that third. It's like, I like a third on other maps better. But of course the natural is pretty nice and compact, so that kind of makes up for it. Got to keep the map as balanced as possible. Can't make thirds too easy to take. Then we'd have stuff happen like what was that one gigantic map that used to be in the tournament map pool? Oh man, it was like everybody would take like 3 bases instantly, Protoss players, and at one point there wasn't even like destructible rocks to get to it. You guys know what I'm talking about. That map was just kind of ridiculous. So it was super macro play, but I guess it just doesn't get played. I mean, I haven't seen it in a tournament in quite a while, so I guess people, tournaments just figured, you know what, that map takes too long to play. And tournaments take forever just because of that, so they take it out. I don't know what the reasoning is, but it's a possibility. Overlord coming to the spot where Overlords like to go in ZVP is hanging out right above these crystals down here. And don't want to fall on that. That would be quite painful. But anyways, checking out the base. Lets you keep an eye on the Nexus, and Forge and upgrade timings, of course. Double gas going down here for Mentalist. Will we see Sleep go with a, he's probably going to go with the hatch next. Here comes a drone. And yeah, we'll probably see a hatch come up pretty soon. He hasn't taken any gas yet, so that's kind of the obvious signal there. Let's check the, oh, never mind. Scratch that. He is not going to go for a hatch maybe as quickly as possible. Maybe he's going to get gas and a hatch. I don't know. Maybe he's going to set up for some interesting roach timing here. We will see. Good drone saturation. Needs one more. Maybe this guy's going to go down here. If he does that, that's going to be awesome. Nope, it's going to go up. I would have loved to see that drone go down here. That would have just filled it up nice and complete. Oh well, here comes the hatch. So he's going to go with a little bit of gas and then a hatch. So just slowing down that third hatch just by a little bit so he can get speed out for his Zerglings, I would assume. +1 on the Wizay and a Cybernetics core about halfway done here for Mentalist. And I love this. Putting Cybernetics core here in the back instead of right here at the front, because I mean, whenever I played ZVP and I saw a Protoss player put like part of their wall off the Cybernetics core, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna make like 6 roaches, and your cannon won't be able to hit all of them, and I'll just slowly whittle away your Cybernetics core and kill it. Because I mean, if you take out their Cybernetics core, they lose the tech, they can't make, you know, sentries, stalkers, etc., etc. And also slows down their tech if they're trying to go for something a little bit maybe more advanced, like Twilight Council. Look at this. Mentalist with a double probe. Going one at the top, one here in the middle. He's going to scout out the third. Is he going to show the probe? Yeah, he is. Let's check back here in his base. What is he making? Gateways, and Twilight Council. So maybe a Blink Stalker +2 build. I like that build as far as Protoss versus Zerg goes. It's pretty strong. And on this map, considering where this third is, like I was talking about, I think it's a good spot to put. Look at this. He's got a pylon up here and one down here. But I think Sleep is going to be ready for it. The Zergling is I think he's just chasing down that probe, but he didn't scout for this. Let's see if he has vision. Probably not. Nope. He just missed it just right there. Fortunately. Unfortunately for Sleep. Sorry, I just had to check something, make sure I was recording. You don't know the feeling you have whenever you get done commentating, like, and especially a long game, and you realize, oh, I wasn't recording. I feel like a dumbass. You think, oh, that's never happened before. No, actually, it's probably happened about 10 times. So, it's rough. Anyways, Zergling's going to get a nice surround here on this Zealot. How many kills is he going to get before he dies? Oh, only going to get 2. Definitely doesn't pay for himself. You need to kill 4 Zerglings to pay for yourself as a Zealot. So, he dies unfulfilled. More gas is going up here for our Zerg player hatchery in the main. +1 Zergling attack. Coming out, another gas extractor. And oh, he does scout out the pylon. And ooh, there's a dark shrine being made here. Does he have any detection? And he doesn't have any detection. He doesn't even have a layer. No. Oh man, Sleep. Oh man. I just was reminded of that Starcraft ski instructor meme. Like, if you don't have detection. Oh, but he's going to make Spore Crawler. Here we go. He's going to have some Spore Crawler, so I think he's ready for it. Anyway, Zergling's going to take out some Zealots. Zealots doing a little bit of damage here. Roachish up. And he should have detection, but look at this. The DTs are sneaking at the top. Oh, sneaky play for Mentalist here. Is he just going to go focus fire straight on that Spore Crawler? Oh, he just used an eject, so he doesn't... Oh, actually, that would have been enough anyway. But he's going to focus down the Spore Crawler. Oh, no. This hatch is so gone. Ouch. Yeah, he's going to need to move a Spore Crawler, but this is just so dead. The lair, not going to be able to get an Overseer out or anything like that. Zerglings are taking out the pylon down here after they take out the Zealot. Zealot's going to rack up 4 kills, so he breaks even there. Pylon's going to go down. DTs. That was a pretty successful DT attack. I like that. Taking out a Zerg base. Always a terrible, terrible feeling as a Zerg player. Splitting up his DTs to go into the main, and that is just a gold mine of... Look at all that. Man... If there's any time you want to be a Hellion with Blue Flame, it's right now. You're looking at this, you're like, oh, just line them up. Line them up. DTs are going to fall back here. There should be an Overseer somewhere around by now. Oh, here comes 2. These DTs are not going to make it home. And that guy's eventually going to die. There he goes. Taking him out. Zerglings keep an eye on this 3rd base up here. Nothing yet. And I kind of would have liked to see Mentalist take an earlier 3rd here. With this build, like after he made those 4 DTs at that point, I think it would have been safe for him to instantly make a Nexus. Now he's making it now, which I think is just a little bit too late. There was really, I think he could have really tightened up his build a little bit if he goes for the Nexus, because he could have already had a Nexus built here 2 minutes ago, and he could have had like a cannon up and even had these units there to protect it. So I think that was a little bit of a mistake there for Mentalist. Is just a little bit too slow on that. That Nexus there, because if you're going to go for an offensive maneuver like that, you know your opponent's going to be playing defensive, and you have the DT, so if he doesn't have detection, he's not going to counterattack you because he's just going to lose everything anyway. So just a little bit of room for improvement there from Mentalist. Making a lot of Stalkers, lots and lots of Stalkers with DTs. Stalkers and Archons are going to be great if his opponent does decide to do a big tech switch to Mutalisks. And this is just hilarious, the DT walling in here. The Zergling's like, oh, cool, I'm going to go in. Like, wait a second, what? I can't get in. Overlord not going to make it home. It's going to paint the floor. Zergling's going to try and get in. They're like, oh, wow, they actually do sneak in there. DT wasn't on hold, I guess, unfortunately. So that's a problem there. Maybe he just wasn't fat enough to fit in there. But he did get a couple kills there. Those Zerglings were kind of baited in there. Lost a lot of life. And look at this sneaky Nexus up here at the top left from Mentalist. So Mentalist double expanding, out expanding the Zerg player. And he has map control with the Zealots, or sorry, the Stalkers and DTs at this point. So I kind of like this play. He has a lot of money banked up there from that one point. So I think that's good play here from him. 3rd base is now fire. Actually, the Natural's back up here for Sleep. And Zergling's going to continue to do some more scouting creep. Going over here, and I'm looking at this Zergling down here thinking, oh man, if he only had a Zergling up here, that would have been so much better. Unfortunately, Sleep is going to probably find out about that expansion a little too late. Let's see what kind of army does Sleep have here. He's got some Roaches and Zerglings and Banelings. Now, last time we saw him go for the Baneling Roach drop play with the Overlords, and that seems to be what he's going to do here this game. But I'm wondering, is it a little too late for that? I mean, we're at the 14-minute mark, and Mentalist has a different army composition than he did last game. He's not like a slow death ball. This game, he's more of a, all right, I got a bunch of Blink Stalkers and, you know, like a couple of Zealots. Like, that's about it. He doesn't have any high gas Colossus in there or anything like that. So, I don't think this attack here from Sleep is going to be as effective as it was last game. We will see. We will see. Just depends on if those Blink Stalkers are ready. Hopefully they're not asleep on the job. They need to be paying attention. They need to get the hell out of the way when those Banelings start raining. Overlord going to do some more scouting. Where is he headed to? Up into the main and then back to here. I guess he figures it's a one-way trip, I should say. He's like, let's just stop here. It's not going to make it that far anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, 12 Banelings here from Sleep. Plus 1, 2, 2 on the way. Or actually, 2 attack for ground, ranged, and melee. 4th being taken here from Sleep. Supply block for our Protoss player, unfortunately. This Overlord, oh, look at this. Mentalist was at least paying attention there. Gotta give him credit. He pulled the probes because he thought he was going to get Baneling dropped, but there were no Banelings. It's like, oh, well, alright. I guess better be safe than sorry. But how funny would that be if he just like flies over with the Banelings in there and the Protoss player runs away, and then he's like, oh wait, he doesn't have Banelings, and then he comes back and like you know when you have all your probes selected and you right click on a mineral patch and they all bunch up, then you just go for that attack? That would just be the sickest play I've ever seen. I'm gonna have to do that. Anyways, here we go with a big attack. He's got 2 Colossus out. Those are gonna toast those Zerglings up. But this position here is so nice from Mentalist. Now you have to remember last game. Ooh, he scouts it out. Sleep scouts at the top left base. Nice play there. But you have to remember last game. Another reason this attack was so strong in the Zergling Roach Baneling bomb was because Mentalist was out in the middle of the map. There was like he had no protection, and right there was a really nice spot for Mentalist to be. So, oh, Sleep is gonna get trapped in here. Is he going to get out of there? No, he's just going to go for the fight, and Mentalist feeling like he's going to do some damage here. Throws down 2 force fields. That's going to cause Sleep to rethink his plans, and now he's going to sneak out of there. I'm surprised the Mentalist didn't continue the pressure there. His army was surprisingly stronger than Sleep's. If we check the army supply, yeah, 127 versus 118, and I mean, Mentalist has +2 attack upgrades. He's got so many Blink Stalkers. There's just a couple Roach Zerglings here. He had enough force fields, but ooh, look at all those Banelings. Sleep loves his Banelings. 1 DT down here, and I gotta say, like whenever I played Protoss on ladder, I love going DT expand versus Protoss and Zerg, just because even if you don't win the game initially with the DTs, is just having the DTs for map control to control expansions mid and late game is just so nice, and most people aren't used to that. And just to take it like, you know, detection every single expansion to stop is really annoying. Look at all those Banelings in there. Oh, he snipes one. 2 of them go down. 8 Banelings already dead. And now he's going to turn another one. Does fall. And he's got, wow, 12 Banelings already dead from just the snipes of the Stalkers. And Banelings are starting to rain. Zerglings and Roaches are chasing him down. But he's throwing out some pretty sweet force fields there. Mentalist just continue to fall back here. Now he's blinking forward. Banelings dropping right on all the Colossus. No, they're turning around now. They're starting to rain. Roaches are going to try and push up forward. But there's so many Stalkers. Banelings just falling down everywhere here, and it's so hard to say who's going to win this. The supply is so close, but no, it looks like Mentalist is going to have more than enough Stalkers to deal with this. He has reinforcements coming in from behind. 7 more Roaches showing, or sorry, 7 more Stalkers showing up, and Sleep kind of got dismantled there. And he's going to start leaving Overlords. He's going to get supply blocked more than likely here. Nope, those are going to sneak away, but this is going to give... oh no, a couple Corruptors are going to get taken out. Nope, just 1 there. But this is going to give Mentalist a chance to take out this 4th base, and he's got to be feeling pretty fine and dandy. He's rebuilding, or he's actually starting a 4th base up here. And now Zergling's going to go for a counterattack to the 4th base, which they do know about. And there's a lot of Stalkers up here. Opposed to attack. Is Sleep going to just go for the suicide on the Nexus? It seems like it. Now I'm thinking, I don't like that idea. I don't like the idea to sacrifice, like, you know, the majority of your army supply of Zerglings just to kill a Nexus, because he's going to rebuild it, and then you lost more than 400 minerals worth of Zerglings, and now you don't have an army to protect your base with. So I think that was a mistake there from Sleep, but after you lose an army like that, you're kind of like, well, I got to try something, and usually that leads to bad decisions. Anyways, Mentalist now with a pretty decent army still. He's got a lot of Stalkers plus 3 attack, and that Colossus is still out. But Sleep Sleep is still getting some roaches. Banelings +2/2 for the roaches. Corruptors with +1 attack upgrade. Is he anywhere close to making? No, he's not. He hadn't even started Hive. Not even close to getting Greater Spire. So unfortunately, DT on the way down here to the bottom. And like I was saying, this is what I love about DTs. You just warp them in, you're like, oh, go here. And more than likely, oh no! Overseer shows up, the DT's like, wait a second, I didn't sign on for this. That's not how this works. Once again, something that's been happening a lot this game. Overseers being taken out by Mentalist Stalkers. Sleep taking another base once again, but that's not going to last long. Mentalist does not see it yet, but he's just going to accidentally see it on his way over here. Yep, he's going to run directly into it, and let's see if Sleep's going to get a cancel. Yes, Sleep does get a cancel, so good job there for him. Another DT on the way, but there is still that Overseer there, which sees everything up. He turns around, it's like, all right, I remember that. That's going to happen twice. Guru Spine's on the way, +2 Zerg flyer attacks. Now, why do they call it Zerg flyer attacks? Is this called Protoss weapons? Protoss shields? Uh-oh, Changeling. Roach is going to try and get a free Colossus kill. Nope, not going to happen. Where's a Forge at? That's just bothering me now. Where's a Forge at? Is this called like Protoss weapon upgrades? Yeah. See, it's called upgrade ground armor level 1, upgrade shields level 1. So, like, why would the Zerg call theirs Zerg flyer attack as opposed to just flyer attack upgrade? That's weird. You see, this is called Evolved Flyer Carapace, and this is called Evolved Flyer Attack. So I don't know if they threw Zerg in there. I don't know. I'll have to check that out. Anyways. Here comes Mentalist. Looks like Sleep is going to have a pretty paltry army, I would say. I mean, he's got some Corruptors. He's got a lot of Corruptors, but he just doesn't have Broodlords. And against this army, I really think you need Broodlords. I mean, we're seeing Archons, 4 Colossus, Stalkers. He's going to have Hydra, right, but, I mean, he's going to have to kill those Colossus. If he doesn't kill the Colossus are going to just murder those Hydra. So hopefully the amount of Corruptors he has is going to be enough. And the Baneling lands true. We will see. Here he's going to go. Sleep's going to try and defend this base. He's going to go for it. He has to defend this, otherwise he's going to pretty much be out of the game. Corruptors pushing forward. Stalkers backing up. Mental's doing some nice micro here. No force fields to be seen because he just doesn't have any blinking forward. Now he's going to drop some Banelings all over the Stalkers. The Banelings do rain. Corruptors taking out the Colossus pretty quickly. There's so many Corruptors left over, though. What's going to continue to win this fight? But look at all these Archons doing a lot of damage there. And Mentalist is actually going to be forced to retreat. So Sleep's army worked out pretty well there. So Sleep still in the game, 158 supply versus 114 for Mentalist. Look at all these photon cannons up here. Now is whenever I would like to see him tech up to Hive eventually, because he's got all these Corruptors and he just got no... He doesn't have any Broodlords. And this DT is got 11 kills already. Whoa, not anymore. He's gone. Infestation Pit. Okay, here we go. There's the Infestation Pit. Like to see that. Now he's going to be able to get up there too. Hive tech. Get those Broodlords out. Because at this point, he has all these Corruptors. And then there's no worse... Well, actually, there's probably some of the worst feelings as a Zerg player. But one of the worst feelings as a Zerg player is to have, like... How many Corruptors do we have here? 10 Corruptors. And then be like, well, he doesn't have any Colossus or air units. So my Corruptors are kind of all the supply wasted. But luckily enough for Sleep... Mentalist is continuing to make some units that the Corruptors can actually attack, so that works out pretty good for him. So both players, the game is kind of evened out here. More Banelings getting loaded up. Sleep feeling a little bit more comfortable. Going to take a base down in the bottom right side of the map. Sleep not mining any gas right now because, as you can see, he's got 1,300 gas saved up. And look at this, Mentalist just keeping an eye on the expansions with the DTs. And Sleep forced to bring along those Overseers for that. He does scout at the base in the top left with that Overlord, I would assume. Yes, he did see that. So he's aware of that base up there. Actually, two DTs making their way down the bottom right part of the map. No detection down here. Those DTs will be able to get a couple kills in. But, whoa, speak of the devil, look at this. Overseer right on top of it. Man, Sleep just... He's got these Overseers control, like, down. This DT going to get a couple kills in here. Yeah, he's just going to continue to rack up the kills. Nothing to kill him except the drones. The drones are revolting versus the DT. How many kills will this DT get? 9, it looks like. 9 kills. Roach is going to take up this DT here at the top, and we're going to see Mentalist cancel that base. Now, I know there's a mothership somewhere. Pretty sure there is a mothership. Prebs are idle. Where's that mothership at? I know there was one in production. Did he cancel it? Is it slow? Let's check the units tab. There is a mothership. Oh, where the hell was I looking at? Was that there the whole time? That's right. Oh, Jesus. I need to go practice some Where's Waldo or something. I'm going blind, whatever. Here we go. A lot of corruptors. Banelings once again loaded up. How many banelings has he got here? More than enough. And does he have detection? Yes, he's got one overseer, so that he's going to have to worry about a vortex, which he has enough energy for. He's got enough for one. This hatchery is going to fall. No, down to 50 life. Corruptor's going to try and focus fire, take down the mothership. Does the mothership get off the vortex? Yes, he does, right in the middle of that whole army. Banelings don't get dropped except for like 1 or 2 of them. And the mothership still survives. Oh my god, everything is in that. Oh, load him up. GG. He's not even waiting for it to finish. And everything pops out. Yep. He got Archon toileted pretty much. Without Archons. I don't think there's any Archons left. Let's see. Actually, there's 3 in there, so. Man, that was a great engagement for Mentalist. That just kind of turned the whole game around. And that was just worked out great for Mentalist. Mentalist takes the win there. Ties up the series 1-1 versus Sleep. That was a pretty close game here going through the mid. I like Sleeps, just like the Baneling drops, because I don't know, I just love seeing Banelings drop out of Overlords. It's something that kind of has fallen out of style since early, but it's fun to see. And Mentalist did a really good job. Like I said, I like the DT opening, and I like the pressure he applied early game. Gave him, I think, a pretty decent win. The only criticism was that he got that third just a little bit too late. But anyways, good game here between both players. Let's move on into the final match of the best of 3 series coming up next.